Hey guys, Thomas Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, here to review 50 Shades Darker. Now, this is the best poster I could find, even though I think this is for the book, not the movie. But you get the drift. So, for those who don't know, I did not see 50 Shades of Grey, so I think this is going to be a unique review as I'm coming in for the second film and not even knowing what the first film was about. But I assume, based on the information that I was given in this film, that the two people, Christian and Anna, the two individuals on the right on the poster, uh, dealt with the whole getting into a relationship, and then she finds out that he's into all this kinky stuff, and then she sort of wants it, and then sort of doesn't want it at some point, and then wants it again, and then she wants to get pushed to the limit, and then he does, and then she's like, I don't want it anymore. And in this movie, she's like, you know what, maybe I do want it. I don't know. So that is where this movie picks up. She's sort of like, I'm sort of interested in this guy, maybe, sort of, maybe. But this movie, for all intents and purposes, is, I guess, someone's erotic fan fiction. It feels that way on the screen. You have your sort of odd characters, and um, it felt odd because or at least when I was watching the movie, I heard a bit of laughter, at least coming from the rest of the audience. Like, there were these weird pauses in the movie that felt like, if that's what it was trying to go for, I don't know if it necessarily landed that, but again, it sort of just falls under that erotic sort of fan fiction come to film sort of movie. So, I don't know, if you're into that sort of thing, uh, I'm not particularly a fan of that. Um, you know, erotic stuff, it's fine by itself. And a movie, to me, is about character, story, plot, all that good stuff that I come to see. And then, you got a movie like this, so I don't know. Anyways, we follow Anna and Christian as their uh, relationship is sort of hinged on this sort of back and forth, and then she's always like, I don't know, but yeah, like that. It's like it happens about 3 times in the movie, and it usually leads to the sex scene. Um, and then trying out other kinky stuff like, oh, well, what if we do it in public, but like sneaky, like, and all hidden and stuff like that. You know, stuff of that nature. Um, I mean, I think they tried to involve a bit more of a plot in this one. I wouldn't know if necessarily the first one had much more plot or less. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen the first movie, but apparently there was this other girl who was like, "Oh, you know, I'm not worthy, but I want to be worthy or whatever." And then she's like, I'm gonna hold up a gun to the main character. And then she's sort of like sneaking around, and how she gets into the house is a bit odd, considering. Um, but, somewhere in the middle of the movie, I felt like was where the biggest 180 came, especially for the main character female. Like, she was all like, in the beginning, she was like, no, 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 no. But then at the middle part, she was like suddenly saying, you know what, okay, sure. And it sort of just flips from there, and then whatever. There's this whole other subplot about her boss, and at first everything seems fine with him, and then suddenly it seems kind of out of nowhere, at least, like he's suddenly hitting on her, and then like she's rejecting his advances, and then he's like gets all creepy for whatever reason. Like there was no indication that that was going to happen, and it just suddenly happened. So it was a bit abrupt, and then she sort of got out out of that unscathed and stuff. So this movie deal has a lot of those scenarios where stuff is happening and it's sort of abrupt. Oh, my cat has entered the room, but sorry about that. Anyways, they're dealing with all these like sort of what if scenarios, and then like it feels like complete 180 at times, and I don't know, that feels a bit odd. But anywho, nah, the 180 stuff kind of threw me off, and the sex stuff is like whatever. The characters, I think they were trying to have a bit more fun here. It seemed like that was the case again with that weird pausing. It felt like again they were trying to push for a more comical thing. I don't know if this. I don't know. I don't even know if this genre was comedy erotica. I don't know. Like I don't know what niche this falls into necessarily. I don't know if I would go back to watch the first movie if it's anything like this. I don't know. I mean, if someone wants to like make a Patreon request, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever, fine, I'll review it. But until that time comes, I'll give this movie like a 4 out of 10. It was, you know, all the stuff that I would want out of a movie just simply wasn't here to its fullest, and all the other stuff doesn't really do anything for me. So it's just there pretty much. But hey, if that's your thing, if you're into that whole kinky stuff and all that, I guess I don't know if you also enjoyed the first movie. I guess also check it out. I don't know. Like I don't know what to say at that. But anyways, I'm Thomas Cecily Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.